project life or pocket page spread for you today. Just working out my layout at the moment, and this is what I do. I move things about a lot until I get what I like. So I am cutting up that 12 by 12 cut apart sheet with all the 3x4s, and I do, as I said, I just play around until things look the way that I like them to. So I've got all my cards set out the way that I want, the ones that I want to use, and I am just going through the cut apart sheets. I've only cut up the pocket page and the 2 pocket page cut aparts, the ones with the labels and the other ones that got all different designs on it. And I sit there and play with them, and I might not use them all, but I'll place them on cards and photos, and then when I start to journal or decorate, I take things away or I might add things. So that's my next kind of thing with my process, doing a pocket page spread, is just to play around with things until I'm happy. So I've had to play around with things and move things about and gone through the sticker sheet and all that, and I am ready to start committing. So this card that I'm working on is actually just going to be a filler card, and it's just a label, and I believe, it's one of the other cut aparts. Now I'm putting a brad in, and I haven't put a brad, well, I haven't used a brad for a very long time, so it took quite a few goes for me to get it in the position that I wanted. I believe 3 holes. Finally got it in there, yay. And that tool I was using was from We Are Memory Keepers, and it's called it's either called the brad setter or no piercing tool, something like that. And one end you just is just a pokey end that you can poke a hole, and the other side is to flatten the brad prongs out on the other side. And I just had my phone matched out too, because it helps when you pierce in the hole to have something underneath. So working down on this card here, I've just popped a label on there, did my journaling, and I'm going to pop one of those acrylic hearts on there as well as one of these cut aparts. Now you can see the blue 4x6 card there in the corner. That's actually a card I got in the mail, and I'm going to pop it straight into the 4x6 pocket there. And now I'm working on this one. I love this card. I actually indulge, excuse me, in a jam-filled donut. Very naughty, but not something I normally do, so it was a bit of a treat for me. So I wanted to use those 2 little donuts from the ephemera pack, and because they have the hole in the middle, you can see straight through to what's underneath. So just to mute the background through that little hole, I've just popped a little bit of vellum under each of them. Now that cut apart, my favorite, that pink cut apart there, that does not stay. I am going to remove that, take that away and put my donuts down the bottom there, and I'm going to pop one donut up on some foam, and the other one's just going to be glued straight down. Just gluing them down, and I do add a little wood veneer arrow to that cluster there too, and I'm just going to add my journaling to the label here. And I like to underline my my journaling when I remember. It looks a little bit more grounded when I do that. It doesn't look like the journaling's just floating there. So working up on this card now, and it's just another cut apart label, and one of those 1-inch cut aparts from the cut apart sheet, and I'm going to go with the brad again, and I believe I have the same problem. I can't remember. Yeah, I think I pierced 2 holes maybe to get it in the position I want. I don't know why, I'm just a bit rusty on it, so maybe 3 holes. Oh no, I went back to the first holes. So I'm just going to add some journaling to that label too and underline it. Even though I've got journaling on my cards, the photo cards, I do like to add a little bit more journaling to tell a little bit more of the story. So just adding, I think I add, yeah, the acrylic hearts. Do I add them? I can't remember. No, I don't. I do add something there. I can't remember. So just gluing this one, this little circle cut apart to the top of this photo. And then I do pull out one of those little acrylic hearts and dot the I on the "You Got This" card. I thought that was quite cute, and brought a bit of pink to the middle of the spread. What am I doing now? I tried to make this wood veneer arrow work, but it just wasn't working for me, so I just left it off the page. And I did have a 4x6 space for a filler card, so I grabbed a doily from my stash, and I'm going to add it to the card along with those absolutely gorgeous gold thickers. Oh my gosh, they are just, they're perfect. They're the perfect size. They're so beautiful in color. And I also grabbed the tiny little alphas. Now this is something I like to do, is pop the little when I'm working with these little tiny kind of alphabets, I like to put them on a piece of vellum just to get it straight, pretty much. And also, once it's stuck to the vellum, you can pop it on your page and move it about without committing, and it just makes it easier for me. I have so much trouble with I got really big fingers. Any type of little embellishment I just have trouble with, especially with the tiny alphas. So popping it on the vellum before I stick it down always helps. And I'm going to embellish this card now, I think. Let's see. I can't remember. Oh no, I glued down the little dotted I with the heart. And oh, I put another acrylic heart up on the photo up there, just so there was a visual triangle of those acrylic hearts. And I do add some wood veneer hearts to the 4x6 card up the top. And I think I try and put it on that far left card too, but that's right, I brought the enamel dots in, and I believe I put the heart enamel shape up there instead of that wooden heart. Looking through the puffy stickers to see if I wanted to use anything, and I just wanted to spread a bit more pink around the page, so I'm going to bring that pink in with the enamel dots. the figures up on that top card there as part of my title. I do bring, and I'm so sorry this is out of focus, I'm not sure what happened. I do bring some of them, like the little asterisks, if I can say that right, down to the bottom right there, just to tie a bit more of that gold in. Okay, that's it for me today, guys. Sorry my voice sounds a bit raspy. I'm coming down with something, so but if you interested in the kits, all the links will be below. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos from the design team. We all have videos up on the Kitaholic Kits YouTube channel, and I will see you next time. Stay tuned for the pics. Bye.